Hello, I'm Stephen Cousins. This is filmmyrun.com. If you haven't been here before, and it's possible that you haven't, I do running videos. I take my camera, I go on 10Ks, marathons, half marathons, ultras, 100-mile races, all around the UK and the rest of the world, and I film my runs. And what do I use to film my runs? Gimbals and GoPro cameras. And today we are reviewing the four best gimbals on the market today. We have GoPro's own Karma Grip, the Feiyu G5, the Removu S1, and we also have the Zhiyun Z1 Evolution Pro gimbal. This has been my standard go-to gimbal for a long time. However, there are a number of new gimbals on the market. There are a number of gimbals which seem to offer some more options, some more flexibility, and so we're going to have a little look at them today. Not in great detail. There are other videos out there if you want to check out every single nuance of every single gimbal. There are others out there. However, we're going to have a quick run through and I'm going to tell you what I think of each of them. So let's start with the Karma Grip. Good things about the Karma Grip: it looks awesome. It looks cool, it holds well, it's really comfortable, and it's sturdily built. The other great thing about the GoPro Karma Grip: it's integrated with your GoPro. So one button and I can record. That's a red button there. I press the red button, the gimbal turns on, the camera turns on, and it starts recording. However, I've pressed the red button a few seconds ago. It's still not recording. It takes a little bit of time. It is now recording. If you want to get a shot really quickly, you're going to have to wait a few seconds for the gimbal to be up and running. However, it is now up and running. It's recording. All these gimbals are pretty steady. They're pretty steady. The Karma Grip is probably the steadiest. So if you're after pristine gimbal performance, then this is possibly the best one. But there's really not much in it, guys, at all. So it records, it balances your GoPro, it's integrated with your GoPro, it looks great. Press a button, it stops recording, it saves, it turns off. Now, bad things. The battery life. This is an integrated battery. That's rubbish. If I'm going on an ultra, if I'm going on a 100-mile race, I want a battery that I can change and swap out because I am going to be recording an awful lot. This is pointless for me. Yeah, I could get a battery pack. There is a USB port here. I can plug in there and I could carry that battery pack with me whilst I'm filming, but that's really quite cumbersome, isn't it? You don't want to be doing that. So battery is an issue. It lasts about 2 hours. The other issue is it is a little bit unpredictable. Occasionally, I have had SD card errors. I have had connection problems with the USB because this is connected via USB. If I pull it out, I have to take the end off the GoPro and slot it in here. So occasionally, it doesn't really connect very well. If you are not bothered about battery life, you don't think you're going to be out more than 2 hours, and if you are not absolutely 100% in need of getting a shot, then this could be the one for you. It's quite expensive. It comes in a case. It's got a hard case. It's fairly big, so if I'm going on a run, I wouldn't want to take that case with me. I would probably stick the Karma Grip in my backpack or just carry it in my hands for the entire run. Next up, the Feiyu G5. If you have a GoPro gimbal, you probably have a Feiyu. They are the most popular. This is the Feiyu G5. You might have the G4S. Great things about the Feiyu. Looks great. It's light, it's small, it's compact, it's easy to use. Press the button. Let's see if it does what it's supposed to. Press the button. And there we have the main problem with the Feiyu. It's facing the wrong way. Why does it do that? I've calibrated it. Let's turn it off. So what I've found I have to do with this constantly is just hold it here and then turn it on, and it'll face the right way. The other problem with the Feiyu, it's not really all that stable. Turned itself off. Let's turn it on again. Now it faces the right way. Okay, it's not really all that stable, so turn it round and it kind of bangs against the gimbal edge. I've tried some calibration, it's not really worked. So you have to be very careful how you turn it around. There's my selfie. Turn it around again. It's not bad, but you see that there? Just banging against the edge, then it gets confused and then it goes off center. It's got all the usual controls, so you can tip it up, you can tip it down, you can go sideways, you can change the mode so it's on follow mode. If I'm going to use a gimbal, I want a bit of reassurance that it's going to do what I want it to do. So it's just unreliable. Like the Karma grip. The Karma is more reliable, but still has those little irks every so often where it doesn't connect to USB. This one just sometimes faces the wrong way, gets all confused, bashes against the side of the gimbal. You know, let's turn it off. Right, let me pretend that I'm actually going to do it properly. So I'm going to hold the edge, turn it on. Right, it's facing the right way. You know, I can film like that. I can do that. I can be careful of turning it round like that. That's fine. So it kind of works, okay, if I'm just careful with it. And the great thing about it is it comes in this absolutely compact, tiny little pouch. So to keep it safe, I could carry this with me in my backpack on really long runs. I can pack it away in its pouch with the camera quite easily, although I'm making a hash of it here, but quite easily zip it up. That's it. That's all I need to take with me. Maybe a spare battery. So unlike the Karma grip, I can swap out the battery on this. I can have 2 or 3 spare batteries for really long runs, SD cards, and away I go, no problem at all. Next up, the newcomer to the market, the Removu S1. So I have a few things to say about this. I've seen a lot of reviews, people saying how fantastic it is. Okay, yeah, stabilises your footage. It's not bad. However, there's so many bits to it. I mean, look at the thing. That bit comes off and then this bit comes off. So you've got a little remote control here. You've got the handle. You've got this bit. Now, granted, this bit can attach to your bike or something like that. Fantastic. It's got loads of options. You could put it somewhere else and control it from this thing. But look, I don't want all these bits. Bits to get lost, bits to just fall off. It's, you know, if I'm doing a run, if I'm going 50k, I don't want to have to deal with all these bits everywhere all the time. It's bulky. It's too bulky for me. It's not bad, it's light, but it's just too bulky. And to turn it on, you press a button on the side here. That's all fine. And there we are. And you've got a nice little LCD display here telling me what mode I'm in. And it follows pretty well. That's not too bad at all. I can do a little, well, I was going to say I can do a little selfie, but I can't, you see. Because if I do that, look, this big clod-hopping thing gets in the way. What's all that about? But the other thing is, if I want to control the axis, up, down, left, right, I can't do that without turning another powered unit on, the little remote control. So now I can go up and go down, but I've got to turn 2 things on to do that. And if I want to charge, I've got to charge the gimbal and the remote control. Now it comes with a little charger to do all that, but still I've got too many bits to deal with. It's a fine gimbal, I'll give it that. It balances very well, it's stable, it does what it's supposed to do. But it's just not for me because I can't do this, because that gets in the way. I'd have to just hold it like that all the time. And there's just too many bits for me. So that is my review of the Removu S1. Look, I know you might like it, but it's just not for me. So we come to my favourite, the thing that I've used for many, many runs, the Zhiyun Z1 Evolution. This little fella has been a workhorse. And it's got removable batteries. It takes 2 batteries. It's fairly light. Do you know, it's not the best looking gimbal. It's metal, so it's not the most comfortable to hold. It doesn't feel all snug in your hand. But you know what? It just turns on and it does the job. Let me put a camera in, then I'll show you. It's a 2-button operation, so you turn the power on with this gold button here, and you get a blue light, and then this little toggle here, you press that down, and the whole thing fires up. It's really stable. It does what it says on the tin. It's a gimbal to keep your GoPro stable. It doesn't mess about. I mean, occasionally it'll throw a little wobbly, hissy fit at you, but generally 99% of the time this will work and it will give you really good, stable footage. For me, being a runner, you know, I can put it in my backpack, I can hold it in my hand. I don't have to worry about the fact that it's maybe too big or there's too many bits to carry, or the battery's going to run out. It's a 2-battery gimbal. You can keep spares, you can swap them out whenever you want. It just works. You know, it's not got some of the features as well, like, you know, the Karma grip. It connects directly to your GoPro, 1-button operation, and you're recording. With this, I've got to, you know, turn the GoPro on to record. I've got to turn the power on, then turn the gimbal on. So 3 buttons basically to press. With the Karma grip, 1-button press, and really you should be recording. You should be there. So that's the great thing about that. The Removu, you can take it apart. You can stick it on your bike. You can stick it on a chesty. So lots of different options there, but too many bits. This is what you need if you want a simple, straightforward operation that just works. This thing, great, light, but it's just too unreliable. It bashes around, it gets confused. This one almost never gets confused. So that's it, guys. If you like this review, do click subscribe, do click the like button, and leave a comment below. What's your favourite gimbal? Which one would you buy? Which one have you got? And have you got any other recommendations? I'm Stephen Cousins. This has been a Film My Run review. Take care. See you again. Bye.